Hi, it is Melody Manager Tuesday, and I'm live. I'm finally getting the hang of this. In case you've not seen this before, I'm Melody. You're probably on my page, and I just started the Melody Manager Agency, which is just a different offer than what I've been doing for Home Service VA, my other company. And what we do in Melody Manager is we help purpose-driven, visionary female entrepreneurs, founders, leaders expand their impact in the business world by giving them well-trained, experienced executive support that is also supported by unique systems that they don't have to manage. Their support does. Also, our support, it's a very highly supported. Can I say the word support more times than I already have? I don't think so. And today I wanted to talk about the resistance. As a business owner, I live with a lot of resistance inside of me, but I've learned to talk about it. Other people can't probably quite put their finger on it. So when they hear me talk about it, it's kind of like an aha moment sometimes for people. When we were doing a class today for the Home Service VA agency, we have all of our agency virtual assistants come in. Some of my staff comes to it. And usually I don't do these meetings. I don't do these trainings. My trainer, Tara, does. But today I was there because I have a very special project that I'm working on. And there's some assistants in that group that are going to be working on it with me. And the other part was giving a training on our project management system. They learn our project management system right when they come into the company before they even have a client. They learn it again when they get a client. The client learns the system. It's a very simple system. Even our team knows the system, and yet we all resist doing this very simple work. And maybe you would think, well, then you got to change the system. It's not the system, it's resistance to adding something because we want to get things done quick. I was talking to them or asking them, like, what do you foresee as being a problem as we're trying to implement a quarterly project system into the agency, something I've had on my mind that I've wanted to do for a long time, which is taking our clients, like things that are on the back burner, things that they've wanted to do but have avoided for a long time, the things that are like always top of your brain or in your brain, but maybe sometimes it's been years and they still haven't done the thing. The reason they haven't done the thing is not because they don't have time. When they got virtual support, they got time and then they filled it again. The reason we don't do it is because we have resistance. So some of my agency VAs talked about that or wrote about that in the chat and said that they were worried. The two concerns were lack of time because they're already busy people, and then the kind of not wanting to, like, resisting that. And I guess when we use the system, and what I realized is that our VAs really need to be collaborators, and they don't. If the client that we have wants a project done, then we need to use the system. The system is so simple. If you saw my other project management video, we have a list of questions that are pretty simple that the client just has to make a quick loom, show things on screen share if they need to. So they could either make it a voice memo if it's just brain dumping. They screen share if it's stuff that they have to show about the project. These can be like long projects that could last a year. It could be a quarter or even a couple of weeks. Somebody asked me, and so once they get the VA to do that work or once they get their client, sorry, I just got a text and then I was distracted. Once the assistant gets the client to answer the questions that they need to know, the assistant takes over. They put all of the information into a project planning sheet that we have, very simple sheet. And then the client just has to look at it. Usually we'll see what the holes are and the gaps are pretty quickly because we're not maybe good at filling a blank page, but we're good at seeing all the holes the stuff that's already there. I even talked about, for my brain, it's really hard to just see rows of, you know, what do you call it? My brain is resistant to reading because I'm dyslexic, but also because it takes a lot of energy for me to do that. But if you if you create little blocks of text about, you know, different topics, I'll read those because it seems like easier to read little things. I remember way back thinking, I wonder how they know everything that they know. Oh, something happened. I don't know what, maybe there was, I don't know. Anyway, so I guess what I would say in conclusion is, do you ever think about your own resistance, or do you ever think about, that's not really a saying, but like I would encourage you to think about where you're resistant, and if you're willing to have that conversation, which is very difficult with yourself, um, you will move forward so much quicker though. You'll stop for a minute and you'll live in that pain for a minute, and then you'll blast forward. But it takes, that's what they say when it's like you have to do the work. Like that is the work. You have to think about yourself and then want to change. And how does this all have, what does this have to do with virtual support? Because I can do all of these other things for people. I can set them up with a great person, but there's always going to be, in most people, some internal resistance, and you have to be open to exploring that. And that's kind of what makes this work interesting to me, is I get to explore that with you. And I don't have everything together. I don't know everything, but I don't know. I think it's just interesting. And that's my Melody Manager thing for today. My brain is dead. I had a Sphere Accelerator this morning, business accelerator meeting. I went straight to this 2-hour training, and then I went to pick up my son, and then I came right back here to this. And tonight I start my hobby again, picking up woodworking. Haven't done it. Well, I've done like little things here and there, but like getting back in the shop. I'm so excited. We will talk again tomorrow. Let me know if you have any things that you want to talk about. I do want to talk about what skills. The other day, Catherine had said, what skills what do we look for in executive people, assistants? And I want to talk about that because that's an interesting topic. There's a lot of weird things we look for. Okay, I hope that you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your hobbies and interests this evening. The end.